Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on this forum. We're going to talk about education around the world. The experts are Antonio Rascon, Diego Gramer, Raúl Pérez, and me, Gael Lara.
Education does not change the world. It changes the people who are going to change the world. Paul Freire. The United Nations General Assembly proclaimed January 24 as International Education Day. We all agree that education is an inalienable and essential human right for the optimal training of children and young people, at least at a basic level. When we ask ourselves, what could be the long-term solution to today's problems like insecurity and corruption, we always agree that we need a better education system. And that is why the UN included it as its Sustainable Development Goal number 4, where an inclusive, equitable, and quality education is sought. Although there has been significant progress in education, there is still a long way to go.
According to UNESCO, there are 262 million children and teenagers around the world who are still out of school, and 670 million can't read or do basic math. But not everything is bad news, because over the past few years, progress has been made. For the last 65 years, the literacy rate has been increased by 4% every 5 years, with 86% of people over the age of 15 being able to read and write as of 2020. However, literacy is only a parameter and to some extent unable to truly tell if there really is a high quality, effective, and universal education system.
However, the pandemic has not only affected us in the economic and health sectors. To this is added the educational lack that is occurring. It is estimated that more than 1.5 million students around the world have been affected by this crisis health. More than 24 million could temporarily or permanently drop out of their studies. 30 million Mexicans had to leave their face-to-face classes. In addition to this, let us remember that more than 50% of the Mexican population lives in a situation of poverty. Just over half of the homes in our country have access to the internet, while approximately 44% have a computer. After reading these facts, system has, because it is possible that this gap of inequality between the most vulnerable and the most
In conclusion, it's not only important, but fundamental to invest in this objective of sustainable development. Even though during the last 70 years we have seen a significant advance in this topic, there is still a long path. Education has been one of the sectors that has been compromised the most. Millions have been affected. Haven't had quality education in over a year. Some experts affirm that the pandemic could represent a step backwards of more than 7 years in education system situation and our perspective, and this way fight for an opportunity to implement education in a fair, inclusive, and with quality.